You're listening to the Home Improvement Report podcast, episode number 42. Complain, complain, complain. And the 2019 Consumer Complaint Survey Report. Hello, I'm your host, Gary Neidert, and welcome to the Home Improvement Report podcast. In this episode, I talk about complain, complain, complain. Said another way, home improvement industry ranks second in consumer complaints. How about that? What I want to do is read to you today from another article written by Vincent Salandro. Man, I like what Vincent has to say. He's got some great articles, and it's from remodeling.net. And I'll have all this information in the show notes on the website, but it's really pretty cool. Let's get into the article. I'll read, make some comments, and I hope that you'll make some comments as well and see what you have to say. Consumers, well, I guess it'd be a good idea to give you the title of it. Home improvement industry ranks second in consumer complaints. Consumers most frequently complain about shoddy work and the failure to start or to complete jobs on time, according to the 2019 Consumer Complaint Survey Report. The home improvement and construction industry garnered the second most consumer complaints in 2019, according to the 2019 Consumer Complaint Survey Report from the Consumer Federation of America. Complaints about the automobile industry and the home improvement industry and construction industry have ranked first and second in consumer complaints. So cars came in above remodeling and construction as far as complaints go. Complain, complain, complain. The CFA's annual survey of city, county, and state consumer agencies across the country collects data on the worst complaints received in a given calendar year. This survey ranking and documenting consumer complaints from 2019 does not reflect the impact of the corona pandemic. Well, that's a good thing. I don't know if that would hurt or help. I do know that for a lot of companies that I have spoken with over the last couple of months, remodeling contractors, at least in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, are busy. They are very, very busy, which is great. That's great. That's fantastic. And it's best to, as long as you're busy, make hay while the sun shines. Ride that horse while you can, because there will come a time where it will pull back, slow down a little bit. We all ought to know by now that the home improvement industry, housing, several other industries are cyclical. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. And for those who understand those cycles, it makes a huge difference in their business because they can predict what will happen. They can't pinpoint accurate to the day, say what's going to happen, but they have a pretty good time frame to know what to do, to how to plan for stuff like that. Let's go on with the article here. The CFA said common complaints about the home improvement and construction industry related to shoddy work, failure to start or complete jobs, and the failure of firms to have the required licensing or registration to complete a project. How about this? What about pulling permits? How many companies do jobs without pulling permits that really should have a permit pulled. Let's go on. The CFA said, since problems with repairs and home improvement often involve significant financial losses, consumers are more likely to report issues and seek help than for more minor issues. The CFA said shoddy work impacts not only consumers' finances, their financial stability, but also their ability to live comfortably in their homes. And I agree with that. Now, listen to this. This added a whole lot of insight, at least I think it did, to this whole article. A common complaint related to the home improvement industry from 2019 was related to problems with sales or installations of solar panels. Numerous complaints also stemmed from shoddy work on projects intended to boost energy efficiency. So what would that include? Attic insulation, foam, having an attic sprayed in with foam, things like that. That's what I'm assuming. But let's go back. Let's go back to the solar panels. I know that within the last 2 to 5 years, there were a number of solar companies that popped up here in the market in Dallas-Fort Worth. And, surely not every one of those knew exactly what to do, or they just decided, hey, solar panels are hot. I'm going to start installing them. I don't know what to do, but I'm going to install them. I can run a screw gun. And so I think that the solar panel aspect probably kind of skewed some of the results of this survey that caused the consumer complaints about the remodeling industry as a whole. Last episode I said, talked about one bad apple spoils the bunch, or one kid gets the whole class in trouble. Well, I see this as kind of the same thing. You got people that really may not have had the proper training to install solar panels, to wire up solar panels, and salespeople that really did not understand what they were selling. They sold it improperly with wrong expectations. And then when the project was done, it didn't do like the salesperson said it was going to do, because the salesperson either didn't know, he wasn't trained properly, or he or she just wanted to make a sale. Now, does that mean that every solar company has bad motives? No, not at all. I've had companies as clients, solar companies as clients, that they knew what they were doing. So I know that there are some good ones out there. But just like when something becomes the hot thing to do, something to install, some kind of new project that, hey, we can make some money on this, there'll be a bunch of people that get into it that probably doesn't need to be in it. A good example is, when there's hailstorms around Dallas-Fort Worth, all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of people that think because they have done construction or a little bit of construction, or they're a handyman, they can do a good roofing job. Well, there'll be some that turn out to be good roofers, but then there's some that they shouldn't be out there doing anything like that. Of course, this is just all my opinion anyway, so what does it really matter? Let's go on. The last line of this article, which I thought was pretty interesting. The 2019 Consumer Complaint Survey report gathered responses from 31 agencies in 19 states and included a total of 193,810 consumer complaints. So that's a pretty big audience to be able to survey and gather information from. So what's my big takeaway from all this? man, just do great work, service the client, and everything will be fine. And the people that I know, the remodeling contractors I know, that's what they do. They have a good reputation. They can go in and they do fantastic work. So what will help the industry is if you know somebody that's not doing good work, try to encourage them to do better. Encourage them to do the right things on the jobs, because that will just help you. Because if you help that one guy to not mess it up, to not cause a complaint, that'll just help you. So, how about that? Well, that's my rant for the day. So let me know what you think about this. I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear your responses and be able to record them and do an interview and a podcast out of this, do an episode. So let me know what you think. Man, I like water. What's coming up next on the Home Improvement Report? Well, as I've said before, I'm constantly searching for new information in the home improvement industry that consumers and contractors will enjoy. Also, I'm working on lining up some fantastic guests that I know you will get some great insight from. Still working on trying to get hold of Alex, but Alex, as a contractor as well as a podcaster, Alex is getting busy. So his time is a little bit more protected, I'll say it that way. And I still hope to be able to get him on an episode one time, because he had said something on an episode we recorded a few months back about watching the airline industry. And if the time of this recording is August 26th, August 26th. And yesterday, American Airlines made the announcement about all the people that they furloughed or laid off. So I want to get Alex on here to get his take and his input on that. And two, what about you being on the episode, one of these episodes? I'm sure you got some great information to offer people, and I'd love to hear your story. So give me a call on that. And I know you probably know someone that would be a great guest for the home improvement, right? Well, let me know a little bit about their story, a little bit about your story, because I'm always looking for great stories of successes. You know, the story behind the story. Go check us out on our website, thehomeimprovementreport.com. And of course, you can also go to iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. Now, have you ever struggled to find the right marketing tool, a promotional product that you can use to imprint your sales message? Sorry, it's getting late today. Your sales message on the minds of your prospects. Now, whether you're looking for a giveaway item for a trade show, which they will come back, we will have live events again. We don't know what they'll look like, but surely there's live events will have to happen again, where you can set up a booth and talk to people and get leads from those live events. You'll need some giveaway items. So giveaway items for a marketing promotion that you're doing, t-shirts. And I mentioned this last time. T-shirts are good for a walking billboard. So when you complete a job, give your client a couple of t-shirts and ask them to wear them around. And of course, the t-shirts would have to have your company name, your website, and your phone number. That's a walking billboard. And people will ask, well, what about that? And then the client will have the opportunity to tell how good a job you did and talk you up and have that prospect to call you. So t-shirts. Anyway, whether you're looking for giveaway items for trade show marketing, promotion, or more, check out masterworkmarketing.com. Me, will help guide and help you get what you need to make the most impact with your project. Go to masterworkmarketing.com for more information, or you can call me at 972-771-7899. Contact me if you have any questions regarding today's podcast, or if you'd like information on Masterwork Marketing. I'm Gary Neidert, and you just experienced the Home Improvement Report podcast. Call me 972-771-7899. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening.